Morning, everybody. My name is Gabrial de la Cerda. I'm an admirer of history. I know many here probably hated sitting through their high school history class, listening to stories of people who are long dead, but I would soak up those histories and gladly ask and seek more. In my mind's eye, I could see each individual charging a battlefield or giving a presidential speech. Mitt Romney's past should be looked at with the same kind of lens. I gave a speech recently and I talked about a print that I saw that really spoke to me. And it spoke so much to me that I went out and found it and I bought it for myself. I'm going to share it with you guys today. I'm going to share it with my brothers and sisters first. It's Omaha Beach. It's called The Greatest Generation. And if you guys were not didn't enjoy history growing up as a kid, I still think this picture will speak to you. In the distance, you can see the hills. These brave men were charging into water, into enemy fire. And they saw those hills and they knew they were going to have to go over those hills and miles beyond. That's a pretty daunting task. And when I think of Mitt Romney, and I think what he would think when he sees a picture like this, he would say, those soldiers are overpaid. I bet you I could buy their gear cheaper with a different company. That LSFAT that dropped them on the beach, they don't need that. We'll go and give them some rubber dinghies. That'll get them there just as easily. To give you more of an example of where I came to this conclusion, it was through history. As Ken was saying, in Kansas City, about 150 miles south of here, there was a steel company called GST Steel, and it provided over 750 jobs to the local economy. These were backbone of the American dream kind of jobs. Bain Capital took over GST Steel in 1993. GST Steel, before Bain Capital had taken over, had been a company that had been in existence for 105 years. It took 10 years for Bain Capital to suck the company dry and leave it bankrupt with its retirees' pensions left to suffer. Now, Republicans like talking about deficits and how they're real scary, but yet these are the same people that go into a company that in a moment of need, they saddle them with over $140 million worth of debt. Now, if one of these folks behind me had a small business and they came to me and said, Gabe, I'm on hard times, I could really use a cash infusion, help me out, brother. Sure, I might have $500 in the bank I can help you out with. I give them that $500, they come back to me 2 weeks later, the company went under, man. I can't help you. I lose that $500. Now, in my world, in my thinking of capitalism, I took that risk, I took that investment, I'm out that $500. But what Bain Capital does, in their version of capitalism, they leveraged that $140 million against GST Steel, and they profited $40 million when this company went bankrupt. $40 million. But yet the company is no longer in existence. 750 people no longer have a job. That's mothers and fathers not able to pay the mortgage, not able to send their kids to school. That's the American dream. But yet this is what Mitt Romney espouses as capitalism. Mitt Romney wants to profit on hope. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, he does believe in hope. He hopes every day that you and I will not be students of history. He hopes every day that you and I will not use the internet and find out the history, his past, the things his company has done to help destroy the American dream. So when he comes to you and says, here's my plan, look at what I've done, listen to him, look real carefully. Because as a steel worker, I can tell you firsthand, he hasn't done anything for the American dream.